Maybe by the end of this video, Brian Turner will not be vegan anymore.
Veganism is a scam. Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm a recovering vegan.
Veganism's a scam. Okay, I'm sure she's bringing up all sorts of points that I haven't heard 1,000 times already. Let's jump into another riveting tale of idiotic things that anti-vegans say.
Veganism is a scam.
Already, the music, dude. Could you... so dramatic.
84% of vegetarians and vegans return to eating meat.
Where did you get this figure of 84% of vegetarians and vegans go back to eating meat? What?
Today I'm going to explain the typical life cycle of a vegan. Firstly, you'll come across some vegan propaganda.
Propaganda. Dude, there's something going on. Something's happening because it seems like there are so many anti-vegan creators now making anti-vegan propaganda where they're calling out vegan documentaries, proven vegan scientific studies as fake and propaganda.
Where you'll be convinced to try vegetarianism. But then you learn about the dairy industry and chicken periods, so you give up those two for the animals, your health, and for the planet.
Yeah, we give it up for all of those. What are you about to say right now? You even used the terms that sound like you agree, like eggs are chicken periods. And she says you learn about the dairy industry. Yes, just because you stopped being vegan doesn't mean that the things you learned about how disgusting just all the mass animal agricultural farms and factories are, doesn't mean that any of those things aren't still true. They're still very much true. Something just happened with you not paying attention enough to your diet to sustain it. Whatever, let's continue.
Initially, you feel great. This new diet is certainly better than the standard American diet. You don't understand why the whole world isn't vegan.
Hold on, wait, okay, so you feel significantly better because you finally stopped eating crappy food as you went vegan. That's a great thing. Like, where is she possibly gonna go with this? Oh wait, I know, I lost my boner, I ate a fish, and I felt fantastic. Brain fog. Let's see what she says.
Until one day, you realize you don't quite feel yourself anymore. You start feeling tired all the time. You're frequently hungry, bloated, or bruising easily. Your hair is thinning, but you never connect the dots that veganism is doing this. After all, you can get everything you need from a vegan diet, right?
Right. You 100% can get everything you need from a vegan diet. Eating plants, you absolutely can do that. And you are like gaslighting as if it's not possible, or as if people who have had trouble on a vegan diet are completely like not to blame and have nothing to do with what happened. But if we just talk about people who aren't vegan, just standard American diet people, all the time people are feeling lethargic. All the time people are not having focus. All the time people are having all sorts of issues because of their diet, and a lot of times from deficiencies of vitamins and minerals and even macronutrients sometimes. Like, this is not like a vegan exclusive thing. This is something that happened to you.
Then comes the anxiety, depression, PMS, irregular cycles, dark circles, acne. Maybe your gums will bleed every so often.
Okay, so again, every symptom she is saying happens to non-vegans too. Like, why do you think we have hospitals that are filled with people taking myostatins and blood pressure medicines and all sorts of stuff? Because on average, everybody sucks at taking care of their health.
Your supplement list grows, but your symptoms remain. But one day, the illusion is shattered. You become aware that a restricted diet filled with seed oils, superfoods, hard-to-digest vegetables, and ingredients shipped from halfway across the world.
Here we go with the seed oils thing. This is, again, one of the reasons that I feel like there's some sort of like cooperative effort to create anti-vegan content, because all of a sudden, just in the last 3 months, everybody is talking about seed oils. Before that, nobody was talking about them. Where's this come from? Like, I've heard about rice bran oil being really, really bad lately, and Chipotle uses that, like, all at the same time from the same types of creators. And again, you already know my argument, but it's not like non-vegans aren't eating all sorts of crappy stuff. I would say that if seed oils are the worst thing that you're having, you're not doing too bad if the majority of your diet is whole foods, plant-based, and you're getting all your micros and macros in. let's continue if we have to.
Isn't actually sustainable, cruelty-free, or healthy. By that point, you realize that.
Okay, so the video cuts off there, right in the middle of her sentence, which I feel like was intentional to make you try to look for the end of the video, but I don't think there is an end to the video. When I'm looking at her comment section, she's getting roasted by vegans who have been healthy and vegan for 14 years, 20 years, etc. And that's pretty much what I was gonna say. I've had no problems after 8 years. But looking at her page a little bit more, there's a couple other videos. I want to play just a little bit of this. It's so stupid.
Beyond Meat is a scam. Hi, I'm Shannon, and I was a victim of vegan propaganda. Let's play a game. One of these ingredients lists is a Beyond Meat patty, and the other, premium dog food.
Okay, I think it's becoming clear now what happened. So, Shannon here, it looks like was probably eating a lot of faux meats, a lot of vegan products, not food, and probably was relying on a lot of that for her protein, and so it was probably taking up a majority of her calories. And so yeah, she probably was deficient in micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, and probably didn't feel great, because even when I wasn't vegan, when I was eating chicken nuggets and french fries and burgers and Cheez-Its and stuff, I also did not feel great. You know, like I would eat pizza before I played soccer, and I wondered why I felt absolutely terrible. People sometimes just don't understand that not all food is the same and won't all make you feel the same, vegan or not. Yes, there is a burgeoning, gigantic, billion-dollar industry when it comes to vegan meats and vegan products, vegan stuff getting into fast food restaurants, all that kind of stuff. And it's, I don't think, some sort of like cabal, some huge conspiracy. I think it's just money. That's just how money works. If a new industry pops up and there's money pouring into it, people are just buying everything, yeah, competition is going to happen. More and more companies are going to release those products to try to get a share of that new money. That's just how the world works, dude. So it's not like there's some sort of beef Illuminati or something like that that is like creating Beyond Meat and Impossible and all these different companies. No, it's just companies trying to make millions of dollars, and it's definitely working. Look, if you're watching this video, then you probably already feel the same way that I feel. You probably know all the same things that I'm gonna say, so I won't sit here and harp for like 20 minutes about every single point on why veganism is sustainable. But I do have to say, I guarantee you this girl was either not eating enough calories or was eating a lot of calories, but they were all from crappy foods that would make her feel bad if they were vegan or not vegan. Guarantee you, if she really did have some sort of health issues where she was feeling spacey or anxiety or having dark circles or whatever the things were that she was mentioning, that she was deficient in vitamins and minerals, and probably never tracked that stuff on something like chronometer.com, where at the end of the day you can see what your daily intake of every vitamin and mineral is and how far you are off from getting your recommended daily intake of those vitamins and minerals, so that she could actually address it by including something that would get her to those levels. So if she was like deficient in selenium, then she could eat a Brazil nut. Or if she wasn't having enough iron and she was having anemic, symptoms, then she could eat something that is heavier in iron. Here's an analogy that I think will really cement it in for you why I'm so frustrated. When I see people go vegan for a while, maybe even multiple years, and then eventually stop being vegan because some sort of health problem, and they make a bunch of content like this to grow and get a bunch of followers, right? To me, it feels a lot like when somebody starts to bodybuild, starts trying to gain muscle, but then they don't take it super seriously, they aren't on top of their diet, they're drinking on the alcohol on the weekends, they're staying up super late, not sleeping, they're not training really hard, they don't really have any sort of workout plan that they're sticking to consistently, and then a year, 2 years in, they're like, oh, everybody who's a bodybuilder is on steroids and bodybuilding is stupid and, it's a really unhealthy way to live, etc., etc., etc. Just because they didn't do it right and they didn't care to do it right. They just wanted the easy thing, they wanted to do the comfortable thing, and when it comes to ex-vegans, that means they were eating a bunch of junk food, they weren't caring about any of their, intakes, and then when they were feeling symptoms, instead of going and getting blood tests and blood drawn so they can actually see what's inside of their body, or talking to a gut specialist, or going to a doctor even, none of those things, they don't do any of that. No, because a lot of these people, hate to say it, a lot of these people are narcissists, and so they think that they know everything. And if anything doesn't work for them, it's never their fault, ever. That's not how it works. It's always someone else's fault or something else's fault. And in this case, and a bunch of other ex-vegan cases, it was veganism's fault. But it wasn't. I think we all know that. So I'm sure you already knew everything I was gonna say, but I still had to say it because your boy has to lay some truth on these idiotic ex-vegan and anti-vegan posts sometimes. So if you support me laying down the truth on these fools, give me a thumbs up. It helps the video get out to more people. I want to know what you think about this situation and the whole anti-vegan movement situation in the comments below. Of course, subscribe if you want more content like this and you support me, and I'll see you beautiful people in the very next episode.